The church bells tolled like a death knell as I watched Emily, my best friend of 15 years, walk down the aisle in her pristine white gown. Her smile was perfect, too perfect, the kind that hid a storm beneath calm waters. But when our eyes met for that split second, I saw the flicker of desperation, and in that moment I knew her secret, one that would unravel everything. I stood there as her maid of honor, the only openly lesbian woman in a sea of conservative Midwestern families, feeling like an intruder in my own skin. The ceremony dragged on, vows exchanged with mechanical precision, and as the priest pronounced them husband and wife, Emily's new husband, Mark, leaned in for the kiss. That's when it happened. Her hand brushed mine accidentally, or was it? And a folded note slipped into my palm. Meet me in the garden after. Please. E. My heart pounded as I excused myself from the reception line, weaving through clusters of relatives buzzing about the perfect couple. The garden behind the venue in suburban Chicago was a quiet oasis of blooming roses and manicured hedges, lit by the late afternoon sun. Emily appeared moments later, her veil slightly askew, eyes wide with fear. Alex, she whispered, glancing over her shoulder. I can't do this. I love you. Not him. The words hit like a freight train. We'd been inseparable since college at Northwestern, sharing late-night confessions about life, dreams, and for me, my sexuality. I'd come out to her first, back in our dorm room, expecting judgment but getting unwavering support. Over the years, I'd buried my feelings for her, convinced they were one-sided, especially after she started dating Mark, the golden boy from her family's church circle. He was everything her parents wanted. Stable, devout, straight. But now, here she was on her wedding day, confessing what I'd only dared to dream. Why now? I demanded, my voice low but shaking. You've had years. Mark's a good guy. Your family's here celebrating. This isn't fair to anyone. She grabbed my arm, her grip tight. You think I don't know that? My parents. They've drilled it into me since I was a kid. Marriage, kids, the whole picket fence life. I tried to be straight, Alex. Dated guys, prayed it away. But every time I look at you, it all falls apart. Last night I couldn't sleep. I realized marrying him would kill me inside. I pulled away, pacing the gravel path. The reception music drifted faintly from the hall, a cruel reminder of the facade unfolding inside. If I encouraged her, I'd be the villain, the homewrecker in everyone's eyes. But ignoring it meant condemning her to a lie. What about Mark? He loves you. And your mom? She's already planning grandkids. Emily's face crumpled. Mark's safe. He's kind, but it's not love. Not like this. She stepped closer, her perfume mixing with the floral scent around us. Help me figure this out, please. Before I could respond, her mother, Mrs. Harrington, called from the doorway. Emily? Darling, they're waiting for the first dance. Emily straightened, plastering on that smile again, and whispered, Garden shed, midnight. We talk then. She vanished back into the crowd, leaving me with the note crumpled in my fist. The rest of the evening was a blur. I danced with uncles who joked about finding me a nice man, endured toasts praising Emily's traditional values, and watched Mark beam with pride. Inside, turmoil raged. I'd built my life around honesty, coming out at 22, facing my own family's rejection, building a career as a graphic designer in the city where I could be myself. Now, Emily's confession threatened to drag me into the shadows I'd escaped. Midnight came. The guests had thinned, the band packing up. I slipped out to the shed, heart racing. Emily was there, changed into a simple dress, veil discarded. I told Mark I needed air, she said, closing the door. Alex, I've been hiding this for so long. Remember that summer in college, the road trip to Lake Michigan? That's when I knew. But my family, they're everything to me. Dad's a pastor. Coming out would destroy them. I sat on a dusty bench, the weight of her words pressing down. And what about you? Living a lie destroys you. But running away now? It's chaos. Mark deserves the truth. She nodded, tears streaming. I know. But if I stay, I'll resent him. Resent myself. What if we left? Just for a while to think. The idea was madness. Leave her wedding? Betray everyone? Yet the pull was undeniable. Emily, this could end us both. Your family will disown you. Mine barely speaks to me as it is. We talked for hours, voices hushed, dissecting the impossible. By dawn, as the first light crept in, we'd made a pact. She'd tell Mark the truth in the morning before the honeymoon. No running, just honesty. But as I left the shed, a knot formed in my gut. This was only the beginning of the storm. The next day, chaos erupted. Emily confessed to Mark in their hotel suite. He was devastated, storming out, calling her selfish. Her parents arrived, summoned by his frantic call. How could you, her mother wailed. On your wedding day? And with her? The finger pointed at me, the outsider, the influencer. I stood in the lobby, called as support, facing their glares. This isn't about me, I said firmly. It's about Emily being true to herself. Her father, red-faced, spat. True? This is sin. Confusion. You've poisoned her mind. Emily trembled but held her ground. No, Dad. This is me. I've always known deep down. The fallout was swift. Mark annulled the marriage, citing fraud. Whispers spread through their tight-knit community. Emily moved in with me temporarily, our apartment becoming a bunker against the world. But the victory felt hollow. She'd lost her family's support, her job at the family church's office under pressure. And me? I was the scapegoat, fielding accusatory calls from mutual friends. Weeks turned into months. Emily grappled with her identity, attending therapy, joining support groups. Our bond deepened, tentative kisses evolving into a real relationship. But shadows lingered. Do you regret it? I'd ask. Sometimes, she'd admit. The pain I caused. But not us. Yet the pressure mounted. Her mother reached out, begging her to come home and fix this. Society's gaze weighed heavy. Stares in stores, lost invitations to events. I wondered if love was worth the wreckage. As autumn leaves blanketed Chicago's streets, Emily and I navigated our new reality. A fragile bubble amid brewing storms. We'd turned my one-bedroom apartment into a shared space. Her wedding gifts stacked unopened in the corner like ghosts. Mornings brought coffee and cautious optimism, but nights unveiled doubts. What if they're right? Emily murmured one evening, staring at the ceiling. What if this is just a phase and I've blown up my life for nothing? I rolled over, propping on an elbow. Phases don't last 15 years. You've always been you. Suppressing it was the phase. She sighed, tracing patterns on my arm. But the guilt. Mark's alone now. My parents won't even take my calls. And work. Finding a new job as the scandalous bride isn't easy. Her words stung because they echoed my fears. I'd taken a hit too. Clients whispered about my influence, and a big project fell through. But I pushed on, reminding her of the freedom we'd gained. We attended our first Pride event together. Hands linked, her eyes wide with wonder at the acceptance. This is what I've missed, she said, voice cracking. Yet cracks appeared. Emily's sister, Claire, showed up unannounced one rainy afternoon. Younger by 5 years, Claire had always idolized Emily, but now her face was etched with betrayal. How could you do this to us? She demanded, ignoring me entirely. Mom's in therapy. Dad's sermons are all about family values now, pointed jabs at you. Emily paled. Claire, I didn't choose this to hurt anyone. I love Alex. Claire's eyes flicked to me, venomous. Love? Or confusion? You were happy with Mark. This is rebellion. The argument escalated, voices rising until Claire stormed out, slamming the door. Emily collapsed into sobs. She's right. I've torn the family apart. I held her, but inside resentment brewed. Why was I the villain? I'd supported her choice, but now it felt like I bore the blame. That night we argued for the first time. Maybe you should reach out to them, I suggested. Show them we're real. And risk more rejection. She snapped. You don't get it, Alex. Your family cut you off years ago. Mine was my everything. Her words cut deep, reopening old wounds. My parents, conservative folks from rural Illinois, had disowned me after I came out. At least I faced it head-on, I retorted. You're still half in the closet. The silence that followed was deafening. We slept back to back, the chasm widening. Days later, temptation struck. Emily received a job offer from a nonprofit in Seattle, far from the Midwest's judgmental eyes. It's a fresh start, she said excitedly. We could move, build something new. But I hesitated. My career was rooted here. Uprooting meant sacrifice. What about fighting for acceptance here? Running feels like giving up. She frowned. It's not running. It's surviving. The decision loomed, a fork in our path. We debated endlessly, weighing pros and cons. Ultimately, she accepted, and I agreed to follow, packing boxes with mixed emotions. The move was a whirlwind, goodbyes to friends, a teary farewell to the city that shaped us. Seattle welcomed us with misty rains and progressive vibes. Emily thrived at her new job, advocating for LGBTQ+ youth. Her passion ignited. Our relationship blossomed, free from immediate scrutiny. We explored hiking trails, shared quiet dinners, built a home. But beneath the surface, unresolved tensions simmered. One evening, over wine on our balcony overlooking Puget Sound, Emily confessed, "I miss my family. Every day." I nodded, understanding. "Call them. It's been months." She did, leaving a voicemail for her mother. To our surprise, a response came. A tentative invitation to Thanksgiving. "Just you," her mother specified. "Not her." Emily's face lit with hope, then fell. "I can't go without you." But the seed was planted. "Go," I urged. "Bridge the gap. For us." She flew back alone, promising it was temporary. Days stretched into a week, her calls growing distant. "They're trying," she'd say. "Talking about counseling." Unease gnawed at me. Was she slipping back? When she returned, changed, subtler affection, mentions of compromise. Alarm bells rang. Then the bomb dropped. "Over breakfast," she said. "They want me to visit more. Alone. To heal." Heal from what? Us. I challenged. "From the scandal. They think if I distance myself, things normalize." Anger flared. "And you? What do you think?" She avoided my gaze. "I love you, but family. It's blood." The argument exploded. "Blood that rejected you. I gave up everything for this." Tears flowed. So did I. But maybe there's a middle ground. No middle ground existed. That night, she slept on the couch, and I wondered if our love was built on sand. Weeks passed in strained coexistence. Emily attended family Zoom calls, laughing at old stories while I felt erased. Then Claire visited Seattle, ostensibly for sister time. But I overheard their conversation. "Mark's still single," Claire said. "He forgives you. Come home." Emily's response chilled me. "I don't know anymore." Betrayal hit like a gut punch. Had she been wavering all along? I confronted her that evening. "Are you considering going back?" She broke down. "No. But the pressure. It's suffocating. I thought I was strong, but seeing them happy without this drama." "Without me," I finished bitterly. We decided on space, a trial separation. She stayed with a friend. I wallowed in the empty apartment. The price of our choices crystallized. Love versus belonging, truth versus peace. Separation stretched like an endless winter. Each day a battle against loneliness. I threw myself into work, designing campaigns for queer rights organizations, channeling pain into purpose. Seattle's coffee shops became my refuge, where I journal furious thoughts. Was Emily's love real, or a rebellion against her scripted life? Her texts were sporadic, updates on therapy, admissions of missing me. "I need to sort my head," she'd write. I replied supportively, but inside doubt festered. Friends advised moving on, but letting go felt like defeat. Then a turning point. Emily's father suffered a heart attack. She flew back immediately, calling me in tears. "He's stable," but it shook everyone. "Mom wants me there." "Go," I said, voice steady despite the ache. "Family first." She stayed in Chicago for weeks, nursing him, reconnecting. Our calls revealed shifts. Dad softening. "We talked about you," not angrily. Hope flickered, but caution prevailed. When she returned, she was different, resolved. I told them everything. No more hiding. We reunited tentatively, dinners turning into deep conversations. "The scare made me realize life's short," she said. "I choose you fully." Our relationship reignited stronger, but scars remained. We attended couples therapy, unpacking baggage, my abandonment fears, her internalized homophobia. Progress was slow, victories hard-won. Society's backlash persisted. At a work event, Emily faced whispers from old acquaintances. "The runaway bride," they murmured. She held her head high but later confessed, "It hurts, being defined by one mistake." "Not a mistake," I countered. "A awakening." Yet new conflicts arose. Emily wanted kids someday, a dream clashing with her family's expectations. Adoption? Surrogacy? She'd muse, "But they'll never accept it." I shared the vision, but reality loomed. We build our own family. Tensions peaked when Mark re-entered the picture. He emailed Emily seeking closure. "Meet for coffee," he proposed. "No strings." She showed me transparent. "Should I?" "Only if it helps," I said, masking jealousy. The meeting was civil, but aftermath rocked us. "He still loves me," she admitted. Offered to take me back, pretend it never happened. Rage boiled. "And?" I said no. But it tempted me, the ease of it. Honesty stung, but it forged trust. "Thank you for telling me." As spring bloomed, we planned a commitment ceremony. Small, intimate, defying norms. Invitations went out, including to her family. Responses varied. Claire declined harshly. Her mother sent a card. "Wishing you peace." The day arrived, nerves electric. Under Seattle's cherry blossoms, we exchanged vows. Rings symbolizing resilience. Friends cheered, but absences echoed. Post-ceremony, Emily's phone buzzed. Her father. "Congratulations," he said gruffly. "Not there yet, but trying." Tears flowed. Crack in the wall. But peace was fleeting. Emily's job promoted her, requiring travel. Absences strained us, old insecurities resurfacing. During one trip, she called late. Met someone at a conference. Just talked, but it felt familiar. Alarm surged. Familiar how? Like before with women. "But I'm committed to you." The confession sparked paranoia. Was monogamy her cage? We argued upon her return. "Are you unhappy?" I demanded. "No. But exploring my identity. It's new." Therapy helped navigate, but the seed of doubt grew. Then betrayal's shadow. I found texts from a colleague, flirty undertones. "Innocent," Emily insisted. Testing boundaries. Trust fractured. Boundaries? After everything. She apologized profusely, vowing change. We recommitted, but the damage lingered, a constant reminder of vulnerability. Summer brought sweltering heat and simmering unrest. Emily and I pushed forward, volunteering at local pride events, advocating for change. Our story inspired some, but critics abounded, online trolls labeling us homewreckers, family friends shunning us. Emily's mother visited unexpectedly, a olive branch. Over tense dinner, she said, "I don't understand, but I miss my daughter." Emily reached across. "Understand this. Alex makes me happy." Mrs. Harrington nodded slowly. "Perhaps. In time. Progress, yet fragile." Back home, Emily confided. She asked about grandkids. Hinted at normal ways. Pressure reignited moral dilemmas. Adoption agencies queried our stability. Society questioned our fitness. Are we selfish? Emily wondered. Bringing kids into this? No more than anyone, I replied. But doubts crept. Then a crisis. Claire announced her engagement to Mark. Revenge. Emily gasped. The wedding invitation arrived, a deliberate jab. Attend. Emily asked. Only if united, I said. We went armor up. At the rehearsal dinner, tensions exploded. Claire cornered Emily. See? Normal life. You could have this. Emily fired back. I have better truth. Mark pulled me aside. You stole her. No, I countered. She chose herself. The wedding was awkward, but we endured hand in hand. Returning home, Emily reflected. That could have been me miserable. Affirmation strengthened us, but fate twisted. Emily's job faced cuts. Stress mounted. In vulnerability, she reconnected with old friends, won a former crush. Late nights texting raised flags. Confrontation ensued. Emotional affair? I accused. Comfort, she admitted. I'm sorry. Forgiveness came hard. Once more and it's over. She nodded, recommitting. We sought deeper therapy, exploring roots. Her religious upbringing's guilt, my trust issues from past rejections. Autumn returned, cyclic. Emily's father called, inviting us for Christmas. Both, he emphasized. Hope surged. We flew back, nerves taut. Dinner was stiff, but conversations flowed about weather, then deeper. I read books, her father said, trying to understand. Tears and hugs followed. Not full acceptance, but a start. Yet joy was short-lived. Back in Seattle, Emily fell ill. Stress-induced anxiety attacks. Doctors advised rest. I took leave to care for her. In quiet moments, she whispered, was it worth it? The pain. Look at us, I said. Alive, authentic. Recovery brought clarity. We adopted a rescue dog, a step toward family. But society struck again. A viral article about wedding scandals, featuring our story anonymously, but recognizably. Harassment ensued, emails, calls. Emily spiraled. Maybe we hide. No, I insisted. We fight. She agreed, but weariness showed. One night she said, if I could go back, would I change it? The question hung, unanswered. Winter's chill mirrored our internal frost as harassment peaked. We installed security, changed numbers, but the toll mounted. Emily withdrew, questioning everything. Did I drag you into this hell? No, I assured. We chose together. Therapy intensified, unearthing buried traumas. Emily confronted her parents fully. Accept us or lose me. Her mother relented first, visiting alone. I love you, she said, hugging us both. Her father followed suit slowly. Reconciliation healed wounds, but new challenges arose. We pursued fertility treatments, navigating biases in the system. Lesbian couples wait longer, a counselor noted. Frustration built, but perseverance paid. Emily conceived via donor, joy amid trials. Pregnancy brought glow, but complications. Bed rest, fears. I juggled work, support, exhaustion creeping. One stormy night, Emily confessed a final doubt. What if I'm not enough? For you, the baby. You are, I vowed. Delivery day dawned chaotic. Labor prolonged, but our daughter arrived, tiny and perfect. Holding her, tears mingled. Welcome, little one. Family visited, bridges mending. Claire softened, Mark moved on. Years blurred. Milestones, challenges. Our daughter grew, questioning her origins. We answered honestly, fostering openness. But reflections lingered. Emily's choices cost dearly. Lost years with family, career setbacks. Mine. Isolation, resilience tested. In quiet evenings we discuss the wedding shock, ripple effects. Now as our story closes, one question remains. In the pursuit of authentic love, is the destruction of old lives justified? Or is compromise the truer path to peace?